Dear friends, I am going to say something about grammar study. Functional grammar is incidental grammar. It is the unformulated type of grammar which functions in correct speech. It is acquired by the learner unconsciously by imitation or consciously by observation and deduction. Functional grammar is also called descriptive grammar. Descriptive grammar. It describes how the language behaves at a particular time. It takes into account the changes in language. It is the grammar of use. It enables a person to use the language by developing a language sense. This is the natural way of learning a language. For the first 2-3 years, the students should be taught functional grammar only. Formal grammar concerns itself with definitions, terminology, and rules. It is a theoretical grammar. It offers a systematic classification of all the language forms. It is also known as prescriptive grammar. Prescriptive grammar. It does not favor any changes in the language. It is the grammar of rules. The study of a formal grammar is also important, but only after 2-3 years of teaching English. The following are the topics in grammar that a high school student is expected to know. 1. Identification and recall of parts of speech on the basis of their form and functions in an utterance. 2. Knowledge of tenses and modals. 3. Knowledge of the non-finitives, infinitives, gerunds, and participles. 4. Identification of different kinds of phrases and classes, conditional, relative, coordinate, etc. 5. Recognition of parts of a sentence, subject, predicate, modifier, object, complement, etc. 6. Knowledge of different kinds of sentences, simple, compound, and complex. 7. Ability to analyze, transforms and synthesize sentences. 8. Knowledge of punctuation. There are two methods of teaching grammar. They are 1. Deductive method, 2. Inductive method. 1. Deductive method. In this method, the teacher states the rules and gives examples in their illustration. He then asks the students to apply those rules to a given exercise. For example, while teaching the students to change sentences of active voice in the simple present tense to the passive voice, the teacher states the following rules. 1. For changing active voice to passive voice, the object of the active voice becomes the subject of the passive voice, and the subject of the active voice becomes the object of the passive voice. 2. The form of the verb of a simple present tense in the active voice changes to is, are plus past participle in the passive voice. 3. In the passive voice, the subject of the active verb is generally made the object of the preposition by. Then he gives examples to illustrate the rules. See examples given in inductive method. The next step is to ask the students to apply the rules to the exercise. 2. Inductive method. In this method, the teacher presents examples to the students and deduces the rules with their help. Later on, the rules are applied to the exercise. For example, while teaching the students to change sentences of active voice in the simple present tense to the passive voice, the teacher presents the following example. A, B. Sita sings a song. A song is sung by Sita. They play cricket. Cricket is played by them. I like this story. This story is liked by me. The peon rings the bell. The bell is rung by the peon. I write a letter. A letter is written by me. Children like toys. Toys are liked by children. The cow gives milk. Milk is given by the cow. She helps me. I am helped by her. The teacher tells the students that sentences of active voice are written in column A and those of passive voice in column B. He then deduces the rules with the help of students. Refer rules given in deductive method. Thank you to all. Jai Hind.